I have the pleasure to speak with 2024 Olympian Maria LaBorde and a former teammate of mine. So, Maria, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
I'm
good. I miss judo, I retired, so I'm like missing throwing people, you know what I mean? So how has training been going? Where are you right now?
I'm right now in Florida.
Hmm.
Like, doing the last training for just go to Paris. We leaving to France at Monday.
Monday.
So yeah. So right now we just like kind of fixing details. Like the small mistakes we've made during the fights. We're
Hmm.
not doing kind of like you know kind of fixing everything to be able to when we go to competition like perform a little bit better.
Yeah, so like fine tuning, working on the small details. So there's no mistakes made when you're at the Olympics. Yes.
uh, uh,
So tell me about your, I obviously know about you, but tell me about your background. You started your professional career with Cuba. And when did
yes.
you start competing for the USA? So yeah, just give us a small background. Like when did you start judo? How old were you? This kind of thing.
Yeah, I started judo when I was 12 years old in
Hmm.
Guantanamo. I'm from Guantanamo, Cuba. um I started because when in Cuba is different. In Cuba, the coach is going to the school and they talk about judo and they say, "Oh, do you like the sport?" Everybody, "Yeah, yes, I like it." Okay, so you can go with your parents to start practice because you don't have to pay anything. You just show up and
Okay.
you start. So I just did it and I like it. And I keep going. Like in 3 weeks later, I went to kind of like some competition. It's like a state competition. And I got medal there, like with 3 weeks training. And then like 2 months later, I went to a national tournament. I got a silver there. I was like, wow, I'm, I'm good. So I like, I keep going.
Yeah.
And I start judo. I had a couple results, like, and then I went to a national team um, in Havana, Cuba, when I
Hmm.
was 18, and there I started to compete internationally. In 2013, I got fifth in the World Championship. Oh, it's basically bronze because the girl far, the Belgian girl I lost, she was doping with cocaine.
Ah,
So
yes.
I got raised to the bronze, but not kind of not officially, but officially. And in 2014, I got bronze in Shalabin's the World Championship. So that was like
Hmm.
my one of my for Cuba for the Cuban team. 2020, after I retired, because when you come from the US, you come without paperwork. So I was waiting for my citizenship to be able to start judo again. So soon I have it. I start in 2020. I start to do judo again. Well, until now, I qualified to Olympics. Perfect.
Yeah. Is it so? When did you move to the USA? When did you, yeah, come over? What year?
In, 2000 in November 28th,
2014.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
After I compete in the Central American Championship. It's something like it's like a Pan American, but it's a little bit smaller, like a with
Hmm.
And I just went straight to the US. I don't come back to Cuba. So
Wow.
no,
Okay.
couple of that because we're looking for a better life. Cuba is a little bit harder, and I just I decided to do it to be able to in the future help my family, help my friends, because
Mhm.
Cuba is.
Yes. So, well, we are super happy to have you on the USA team. So, tell me a little bit about so I've been following you on Instagram. So I saw you were in Japan, you were in Spain. So where have you been these last few weeks up, before the Olympics?
Yes, after World Championship, We stay home resting for 1 week, and then we went to Japan.
Mhm.
For we always train the JR. Sometimes we go to the different universities. You know, the Japan training stuff is really hard,
Yeah.
so you have to really put into it and everything. And after that, we went to Benidorm to a training camp. So we've been there for a week, and then we went to Valencia. So I come back last Saturday. I come back from Valencia. So we'll be all this time Japan, Spain, like jumping like that, you know. And
Yeah.
now we just stay in Florida. Right now, I'm in Florida,
Mhm.
like yeah, doing the last preparation for go to Paris at Monday. We're leaving at Monday,
Yeah,
so
Monday you're leaving. So today's what, Friday? So yeah, only a few more days left in the USA, and then you're heading out.
Monday I
Yeah.
will go home for one
Oh, one
drop
day.
my
Oh, you're going home for one day. Ah, yes, you know why? We didn't introduce your dog. Show us your dog. Sorry, I forgot to introduce your new dog.
everybody made
Who
for
is this?
me
Who is this?
the cutie. Ooh.
So this is
Torme-
Stormy. Yeah. And you are gonna bring Stormy back home, and you're living in Chicago, correct?
in
Yeah.
Wisconsin, but
Oh,
I
Wisconsin.
was like,
Sorry.
hey, no, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I will bring Stormy home, and then I will go to Paris next day. So I will drop my stuff because we always shopping and stuff, and we are outside. Shopping is important for us.
Of course.
So yeah, dropping couple stuff, like no, do whatever I had to do,
Hmm.
and go to Paris next day.
Okay. So, how old is Stormy? Just let me. How old is she?
Two
2 months.
months old.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
little. Yeah.
I love her. She's so cute. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's go back to judo. Let's talk about some of your highlights from the last few years. You got a silver medal at the World Masters. Maybe that was your favorite competition moment, but yeah, tell me about your like favorite competition moments in the last cycle since you've been back really from retirement.
Uh, oh, I had to talk about my first competition internationally from the US. That was in Tunisia.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got a gold medal there. Like it's my favorite because I kind of test myself to see how I was because I like at that moment I was like out from judo for a long time, so I say, well, I don't trust myself now. I don't think I'm so good. I retired for basically 7 years, 7, 8 years, so I don't think like my level is still so high like before, and I was kind of like thinking about it. So when I fought there, I like compete so well. I like no, I wasn't expecting that. Like I was so happy. I think it's one of my favorite tournaments. Like that was in Tunisia. The World Master, of course. Master, I don't really like. I always do my best when I fall, but like I never expect I go like I can get like so far away,
Yeah, you
like
made it to the
into
final, that was amazing. You did amazing.
the finals. Like wow, I was like really happy, really also surprised with myself. Say
Mhm.
wow, you still.
You still got it. Yeah, that was really amazing to watch. I remember I was watching and I was like, she's going to the final. Like you just kept going, one match after the other, like beating the top players in the 48 kilos, and I was like, so it was pretty amazing. Okay, so you're heading out to Paris on Monday. So talk to me about your goals or expectations going into the Olympic Games.
I always expect to get a medal. Always, always. My expectation number one is go fight and make it into the finals. Always, but I don't. Like I would try to no don't make any mistake this day. Do my best. I always see like I hope like I have this feeling I can make it into the final. So I'm good right now. I feel good. We already like did every possible training we can do for for perform really good in Paris.
So you're feeling confident, you feel good, you feel fit. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good. Is anyone special coming to Paris to watch? Do you have any family coming, friends, Stormy coming? I don't think so, but
Family for me. I'm really happy. I don't like so much because that made me a little bit nervous. I know, but but it's always good to to have somebody to support you in competitions.
yeah.
But I never had somebody, so that will be my first time.
Okay, so I didn't hear you because the internet cut out a little bit. So someone who is coming to watch you?
Some of my family go.
Or your family.
Uh, yes. Um. It's nice because I don't have my family. The most of my family is from Cuba. They
Yes.
cannot
Yeah.
come for me, and that would be nice. Have part of my family there supporting me for first time. So
Yeah.
I'm happy.
That's really cool. And so you're going to Paris. Are you have any plans? Are you going to go sightseeing? I know you've been to Paris a lot of times. So
Yeah.
what are your plans, after the Olympics? Are you going to go on vacation? You're going to go look around in Paris? What are you going to do after the
Yeah,
Olympics?
planning something crazy, but I'm planning something crazy. I wanna go maybe to Italy and then Greece
Mm-hmm.
to for I never been there just for vacation and maybe go around Paris. But I already been there like multiple times, so it's like oh wow, my
Same.
first time.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I think like a lot of the judoka, like we've been there so many times for the training camp for the Paris Grand Slam. So we're
yeah.
kind of like it's like familiar territory, We've already seen the Eiffel Tower. We've already had croissants and whatever ate food. So it's so
My there's a hot chocolate there is the best.
the hot
That
chocolate
every time
there.
I had to really go and drink my. Right now it's hot. I don't care. I like it.
I was gonna ask you, yeah, it's summertime. Are you gonna order hot chocolates when you're in Paris?
I'm from it's like that doesn't affect me at all.
This is
Like
normal temperature. Okay, for me, like I'm sweating right now. I'm not used to the heat. So
yeah,
I'm from New York. So we get to a lot of cold weather. Okay, so Los Angeles is coming up 4 years from now. And of course you're an older athlete, you've been around for a long time. Not that old, but you definitely have you have a lot of experience and looking for advice, So what advice would you give to the young judoka that are, dreaming of competing at the Olympics like you one day?
yeah. Well, I just say like don't give up, never give up. The consistency and the discipline is very important to fulfill the goals we have. If we don't have discipline and consistency, we are never will get to nowhere. That's important. Yeah, and never give up, no matter what, no matter what. Always there is problems. Always there is like injuries and stuff. But if you keep going and you be smart about it, you will make it. The consistency, the discipline important. That's
Consistency,
my advice.
discipline is key. I like this. I like this advice. And you mentioned injuries. So, you get injuries as part of the sport. So how do you, pick yourself up from injury? How do you keep yourself motivated or, mentally, in the mind, pre prepared to deal with injuries? So how do you deal with injuries?
You have to be ready. You have to. In judo, always something happens.
Yeah.
There's a lot of injuries now. You always like this is not like ballet. You always people drop you and stuff.
Yeah,
You always
people are
have
trying to throw you and choke you and armbar you, It's a fighting sport, combat sport.
combat sport, so you have to be ready. If you want to do that, you have to deal with this. That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
you have to like, I have to be strong because, oh, I have an injury now, I cannot train, I cannot do anything. No, you have to keep going
Yeah.
like this. Not gonna make it. Yeah, because if you stop, because like that's what I say. If you injure your knee, you can still do stuff with your arms. You have
That's
your arms there. You can do stuff. Like I remember when I was in Cuba, I hurt my ankle before Grand Slam de Paris. And my coach say, "Oh my God, now you hurt your ankle." Say, but I keep going, training one leg, training. I do reps. I do uchikome one legs. Kind of running, but so painful. But I never stop, never stop. And when I went to Grand Slam de Paris, I got bronze. Yes, like I said, because I never stop. It's like this, and I compete with my ankle like really swelling and stuff. But I say, wait, if I wanna really get better here, I wanna do well, I cannot stop training. I cannot stop doing what I'm doing. Otherwise, you know, I never will be here. I never will have the results I have. You know,
yeah.
your mind.
Yeah, it's all in your head, like if you believe you can do it, it doesn't like you said, you were like training with one leg, right? So it's all about the mindset. If you believe you can go there and take a medal or believe you can go there and, win or whatever your goal is, you can do it if it's in your head. I really truly believe this as also as an athlete. When you go in there with a strong mindset, you usually come out of the competition, you know, with a medal or a good performance. If you don't go in there with
Yes.
a good head, it's not not
No.
very good.
I,
Yeah, I know this. I think we all know this very well. Some days just are not good.
we talk, pray, but we have to go. It's
Yeah,
like this.
yeah,
We don't. I don't want to run today, but you have to run. It don't matter what. You have to do it.
yeah,
Like this. Yeah. I'm saying all the time.
yeah. Love it. Mindset, and you are very strong. You have a very strong mindset, and I really admire that about you. I think it's like you're very strong.
I
One
wish to
last,
have, wish to have a stronger mindset that I have, like Kayla Harrison. I
yes.
wish to have it.
Yes, the Kayla
That
Harrison mindset. I think we all are striving or trying to find the Kayla Harrison mindset, because she's definitely one of the strongest athletes and people I've ever met in my life, especially in her, physically, she's also very strong, but like her mind, she's like unbeatable. Yeah. Yes, and one last question before we end this nice interview. So, you're an Olympian now. So tell me, what do the Olympics mean to you? What does being an Olympian mean to you?
Anna, I wait 8 years for that. I wait 8 years. I qualified for the Olympics when I was in Cuba, in the Cuban national team.
Mhm.
In 2000, I was in the place number 3 in the ranking, in the Olympic ranking when I left, and I was already qualified for the Olympics. And I say, well, or it's the US or it's the Olympics. So I decide go to the US. And then I say, well, I've started now. I decided to start judo again. So after 8 years, after 7 years, I say, well, uh, now I had to make it because I decide that means so much to me because I've been waiting for that for a long time,
I
for a
love
long time.
Yeah, so it's really gonna be like when you're there, you're competing, you're gonna be like, this was the moment, 8 years, in the making, and you made it. You're gonna be there. It's really
Waiting
nice.
for a
Oh,
long time.
I got goosebumps, like I love that. It's so cool. Well, Maria, like, thank you so much for speaking with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you compete. You're competing on Saturday, July 27th. So we're all rooting for you. Wish you the best of luck, and yeah, enjoy your time. Enjoy your moment. This is your moment.
So thank you so much, Hannah, for the opportunity. I appreciate what you're doing right now with us. You know, that's really nice because you was our teammate, and now it's like it's so easy like doing
I know
interview
it's
with
like
you.
I'm
Like like every time we was in the competition, we sit on the table and breakfast and we talk like we. I feel like right now like we're talking like this.
Yeah, we're just having normal conversation. So I hope Yeah, I really wish the best for you. I wish I was there with you, but I will be watching from home and really cheering for you. So thank you, Maria.